So you've probably started noticing it, right? AI is popping up everywhere inside your Google account. It's in Gmail, summarizing your emails, it's planning your trips. Google is rolling out these really powerful new features. But as this new intelligence gets woven into our daily lives, you have to ask, is it actually making things easier, or is it just creating a whole new kind of digital headache? Let's get into it.
And this quote? This is from a frustrated email marketer on Reddit, and it just perfectly captures that feeling so many of us are starting to have. They sent a simple, normal promotional email, and Gmail's new AI summary feature decided to jump in and help. The only problem? That help was anything but.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Google is pushing AI into the tools we rely on every single day. But as this tech gets deeper and deeper into our digital lives, is this really the upgrade we've all been waiting for?
Okay, let's start where most people are running into this head-on, the Gmail inbox. This is pretty much ground zero for the battle between helpful AI and, well, the not-so-helpful kind.
Now, what's so wild here are the specific ways the AI just completely failed. It didn't just misunderstand the email, it actively sabotaged it. First, the summary got the sales offer totally wrong. Then, it linked to the company's Facebook page instead of the actual store, so nobody could even buy anything. And just to top it all off, it pushed the real, well-designed email down the screen where you couldn't see it. It's just a perfect storm of AI getting it wrong.
And this wasn't just a one-off thing. This quote from an email industry pro shows the real-world damage. When the AI messes up, businesses are seeing a major drop in people actually clicking on their emails. We're talking a 15 to 20% decrease in engagement. For any company that relies on email marketing, that is a massive, massive hit.
So with all these headaches, you have to wonder, what is Google's endgame here? Well, it turns out these frustrating summaries aren't just some random feature. They're a small and, a very visible part of a much grander vision, a concept they're calling personal intelligence.
The problem Google wants to solve is this. Right now, your personal information is scattered all over the place. Your flight details are in Gmail, your vacation pictures are in Google Photos, what you like to watch is in your YouTube history. These apps, they don't really talk to each other. You have to go digging around in each one by yourself.
And this is Google's answer. They're using their big AI models, like Gemini, to create one single system that actually understands you by connecting all those dots. The big promise is that this will make the AI uniquely helpful, because it's not just using general knowledge from the internet, it's using your personal context, your life.
So what does this perfect digital assistant look like when it's all working the way it's supposed to? Let's take a look at the dream scenario.
It all starts with simple stuff. You can ask a prompt like, suggest a few books I might enjoy. But instead of just spitting out a generic bestseller list, the AI is designed to look at your past searches, maybe emails you've sent about books, even videos you've watched, to give you a recommendation that's actually for you. It's searching your life, not just the web.
And this is a great illustration of how it's supposed to handle more complex stuff. Say you ask it to plan an itinerary for a trip you're taking. It just kicks into high gear. It goes and finds your flight and hotel confirmations in Gmail, it looks at restaurants you've liked or saved in Maps, and then it pulls it all together into a custom plan. It's grabbing info from all these different places to create something new and genuinely useful for you. As Google's VP of Product says, the goal here is for the AI to have your back. It's not just a tool that waits for you to tell it what to do, it's supposed to be a proactive assistant that sees what you need, reminds you about stuff, and basically helps you run your life.
But of course, there is a huge gap between that amazing vision and the reality we're living in right now. So let's get back to what happens when this all-knowing assistant gets things wrong. And this isn't just speculation. This right here, this is Google's own list of the AI's known issues. And they tell you a lot. Take over personalization. That's when the AI gets tunnel vision. Like, it knows you like coffee, so it plans a trip to Australia that's only coffee shops, completely missing the point. Or it might see you bought concert tickets for your sister once and now thinks you love that band. It sees the data, but it doesn't get the human relationships behind it. And it can get way more serious, mixing up deadlines, or even worse, missing a huge life event like a divorce, and then clumsily suggesting an anniversary dinner. These aren't just small bugs. They are fundamental and sometimes pretty painful misunderstandings of human context.
Which, leads us right to the big question here. With all these potential mix-ups and frustrations, is the convenience of a sometimes helpful AI worth the annoyance of a frequently wrong one?
Because really, this whole situation boils down to a classic technology trade-off. It's that push and pull between the promise of things being super easy and our desire to actually stay in control.
On one side, you have the promise, this amazing assistant that handles all the boring parts of life, gives you true personalization, and makes finding anything a piece of cake. But on the other side, you've got the peril, an assistant that makes inaccurate, sometimes hurtful assumptions, gets the context of your life completely wrong, and just ends up being another digital annoyance that you have to manage.
Ultimately, this technology is trying to write the story of you, your likes, your relationships, your whole history. And it leaves us with one last really critical question to think about. As this AI becomes your personal biographer, are you really comfortable letting an algorithm hold the pen?